So Brentford dismantled Leicester today, extending the Foxes' miserable run to 6 consecutive Premier League home defeats without scoring. Brentford dominated from the start, racing to a 3-0 lead in the first half with goals from Yoane Wissa, Brian Mbeumo, and Christian Norgard. Leicester's defence crumbled, and their fans booed them off at half-time. The hosts had some chances early on, but poor finishing and Brentford's ruthlessness sealed their fate. Fabio Carvalho added a fourth late on, completing a humiliating 4-0 win for the Bees, leaving Ruud van Nistelrooy's Leicester deep in relegation trouble. So United stole a point at Goodison today, battling back from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 against Everton. The Toffees dominated the first half, with Beto and Abdoulaye Doucouré giving them a deserved 2-0 lead as United failed to register a shot on target. However, Bruno Fernandes sparked a comeback with a stunning free kick, before Ugate's well-taken strike completed the turnaround. Everton thought they had a late penalty, but VAR overturned the decision. Despite Everton's superior XG, United escaped with a fortunate point, avoiding another damaging defeat under Ruben Amorim. So West Ham beat Arsenal today. Bowen's first half goal proved to be the difference as the Hammers secured a 1-0 win at the Emirates for the second consecutive season. Despite Arsenal dominating possession, they struggled to break down West Ham's disciplined defence, with Areola only needing to make 2 saves, including a sharp stop from Trossard. The Gunners' hopes took a further hit when Lewis Skelly was sent off for a last-man challenge on Kudus. Even with 20 shots and a slight XG advantage, 1.23 to 1.2, Arsenal couldn't find a breakthrough, suffering their first league defeat of 2025. They now turn their attention to Nottingham Forest, while West Ham aim for consecutive wins against Leicester. So Spurs mowed the tractor boys today. Tottenham took control early, with Brennan Johnson scoring twice in the first 26 minutes, both assisted by Son Heung-min. Ipswich responded through Omari Hutchinson, who finished well from a Clark pullback to make it 2-1 before half-time. Despite Ipswich's strong start and missed chances, Spurs' quality in attack proved decisive. In the second half, Ipswich thought they had equalised, but Wolfenden's header was ruled offside. Spurs then sealed the win with 2 late goals. DJ Spence's deflected strike made it 3-1, and Dejan Kulusevski curled in a fourth. The 4-1 victory marked Spurs' third consecutive Premier League win, moving them up to 12th, while Ipswich remained in 18th, struggling for home form. Other results include Wolves beating Bournemouth with a 36th-minute strike from star man Mateus Cunha, Palace beating Fulham 2-0, and Brighton smashing the Saints 4-0. So Aston Villa beat Chelsea today. Chelsea took an early lead through Enzo Fernandez, who tapped in a cross from Neto. The Blues had multiple chances to extend their lead, with Fernandez, Nkunku, and Palmer all testing Villa's defence. Villa, meanwhile, gradually grew into the game, with Watkins and Malin coming close, but Chelsea remained ahead. Aston Villa equalised when Asensio finished from close range following Rashford's cutback. Villa then secured victory in the final moments, with Asensio volleying in another Rashford assist. Despite Chelsea's dominance in the first half, they couldn't hold on, and Villa's substitutions turned the game around. The result sees Villa climb to 7th, right behind Chelsea in 6th place. So Newcastle narrowly beat Forest today. Newcastle dominated the first half against Nottingham Forest, leading 4-1 at the break. Forest struck first through Callum Hudson-Odoi in the 6th minute after a mistake from Jacob Murphy, but Newcastle quickly took control. Lewis Miley equalised in the 23rd minute, and Murphy put him ahead just 2 minutes later. A controversial handball decision led to a penalty, which Alexander Isak converted in the 33rd minute, before adding another goal a minute later. Newcastle had a 5th disallowed due to a referee's decision, but they were in complete control, leaving Forest with a mountain to climb in the second half. Forest improved significantly after the break, coming close to scoring on multiple occasions. Shah almost extended Newcastle's lead when his header hit the post, but Forest kept pushing and were rewarded when Milenkovic pulled one back in the 65th minute. They continued to threaten and made it 4-3 in the 90th minute through Yates, setting up a tense finish. However, Newcastle held on to secure the win. This result moves them up to 5th in the table ahead of the next match against Liverpool, while Forest remain 3rd and will face Arsenal next. So Liverpool beat City today. Liverpool secured a 2-0 victory at the Etihad, extending their Premier League lead to 11 points. Salah opened the scoring in the 14th minute from a well-worked corner routine, and later assisted Szoboszlai to double the lead before half-time. Manchester City dominated possession but struggled to create clear chances, with Liverpool's defence shutting down key players like De Bruyne, Doku, Foden, Savinho, and Marmoush. Guardiola's team continued to struggle in the second half, while Liverpool remained disciplined and almost scored a third through Curtis Jones, but the goal was ruled out by VAR. This win marks Liverpool's first Premier League double over City since 2015-16 and Guardiola's 10th loss against them, the most he has suffered against any team. City's high defensive line was exploited by Liverpool's attack, especially Salah, who constantly found space. Despite City controlling possession, they failed to threaten Alisson, while Liverpool made better use of the ball, creating meaningful chances. Liverpool now prepare for a clash with Newcastle, while City face Tottenham next. So these were my Premier League predictions and these were the actual results. As you can see, I got 0 results right. This was my predicted table and this is the actual table. Check out my YouTube for more content.